Yes, good morning, my dear students. In the previous class, we have to discussing about the importance of the history. Importance of the history. It means uh, what is the uses for studying the history? What is the uses for studying the history? And history teach what the history teaches us and so which kind of the people were there in the ancient period. It means we should knowing about our ancestors. When we studied the history, we have got the broad-minded person, the broad-minded people. Why? The history includes the lot of information. The history it gives a lot of information about our ancestors, our cultures, and about the civilizations, and also that the great empires were there. In such a way that we have to study the history. That is the importance of the history. And let us we will discussing about the significance of dates in history. How should we should mention the dates in the history? That is the significance of the dates in the history. And now we are discussing about significance of dates in the history. In the history. How should we mention the dates? Here, in some other books, BC and AD. BC it means before Krishna. AD it means after death of Krishna. And we have studied about the decade, then century, the millennium. These kind of the words we have to use in when we showing the dates in the history. This is that the significance of the history. Significance of the history. What is that? In history, it is important to learn how to tell the dates, the significant events. Therefore, the historians generally count the years forward and backward. Forward and backward. The historians mention the date for two types, that is forward and backward. Forward and backward. Forward and backward. Therefore, backward form of the birth of Jesus Christ. Huh? Backward means form of the birth of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And the form of the birth of Jesus Christ. Before the birth of Jesus Christ, we should consider the BC. BC. The period before the birth of Christ is known as BC. And now we call that BCE. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಹುಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವರ್ಷವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಶಕ ಪೂರ್ವ ಅಂತ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ. ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು BCE ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಆರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎರಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅಂಡ್ the period after the birth of the Krista is known as AD. Now we are calling AD, calling that CE only, common era. And see here, by looking the carefully that the timeline. You should give one timeline in your textbook. Look at this one. 4th BCE, 3rd BCE, 2nd BCE, 1st BCE. This is called that the before birth of the Krishna. Sorry, Christ, before birth of the Krista, Jesus Krista, and the first CE, second CE, third CE, and fourth CE. This is after the birth of the Jesus Krista, that is AD or CE. Now we call that CE. Yeah. Fourth BCE and third BCE, then second BCE, then first BCE. Yes, it is that BCE, before birth of Jesus Christ. And after what God? What is God? What is to God that? So first CE, first CE, second CE, then third CE, then fourth CE. After the birth of Jesus Krishna, that is CE means common era. BC it means before birth of the Krista. And then AD it means after the death of Krista. Now we call that CE only. Nodri. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಶಕ ಪೂರ್ವ 4ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದ ಆಚೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಶಕ ಪೂರ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಶಕ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಮರಣ ಹೊಂದಿದ ನಂತರ 4ನೇ ಶತಮಾನ ಸರಿ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಹುಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಪೂರ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ನಂತರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಎಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಇ ಅಂತ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಎರಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಶಕ ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ see here the backward. So whereas in the period after the Krista era the dates are counted forward the quite often we can across some other terms in history such as decade, century and millennium. So 10 includes 10 years, that is decade. So includes 100 years, that is century. Here that is called, we mentioned the dates in the history, that is those are the decade, the century and millennium. Then geographical time frame of the Indian history. Geographical time frame of the Indian history. Now we are discussing about that, the geographical time frame of the Indian history. Geographical time frame. 5. The geographical of the land often plays the vital role in the history. We must want the geographical features of their nation. ಒಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಸೊ whenever we have to study the one country by historical purpose, let us first we to study about the geographical features of the nation. So our land often the plays in the vital role in the history. The factors that influence the location of the early settlements around the world also include the geography. All the early civilizations like Mesopotamian, the Indus Valley civilization, Egypt civilization were located in the around the river valleys. The history of the India here in the whole world, the so many civilizations were held. Which are those civilizations? Mesopotamia civilization is all the early civilization, all the early civilizations like the first one is Mesopotamia. civilization, and second one is Indus Valley civilization. Then third one is so Egyptian civilization, Egyptian civilization, Egyptian civilization. Then fourth one is Egyptian civilization. Those civilizations are located around the river valleys. River valleys. The history of India has also been affected by the physical features of the land. The study given the map here. So the India has located in which form? The northern mountains of the Great Himalaya. Let us we will discussing about here. Now once again I repeat it. The geographical frame, geographical time of the frame. So whatever we will discussing, whatever you have to studied about the history, first we will knowing about the geographical purpose, the geographical purpose studied. So why? So this country has includes so which kind of the civilization and which kind of the land and which kind of the people in such a way those points included in the geographical time frame. So many early civilizations are formed in the river or value are located in the rivers and the value spaces. Why so many civilizations? Which are those so many civilizations? Like Mesopotamian civilizations, Indus Valley civilizations, Egyptian civilization, Inca civilizations. Those civilizations are located in the rivers and valleys. Why? Why those civilizations are located on the bank of the rivers and the valleys? Because one of the reason is they should have got the good atmosphere, and whenever they are hungry they had captured the had catch the fishes in the river and they have eaten and they have suffering left for suffering from the hungry. That's why the civilizations formed are located on the rivers only. And the northern mountains are the Great Himalaya. Let us we will discussing about the northern mountains, the Great Himalaya. Northern, the northern mountains and northern mountains are the Great Himalaya. What is the work? What is the functions of these mountains? The Great Himalaya are the northernmost mountain ranges in the Himalaya. Those mountains are in the Great Himalaya in the northern. This is the northern. Yes, those Himalayas are located in this part. ಅಂತಹ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಪರ್ವತ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಆಗಲ್ಪಟ್ಟವಪ್ಪ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಆಗಲ್ಪಟ್ಟವಪ್ಪ ಭಾರತದ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾಗದ ತುತ್ತ ತುದಿಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಪರ್ವತಗಳು ಇರುವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಂತೆ. Some of the world's highest peaks are located in the mountain ranges. The Great Himalaya as natural barrier between India and Central Asia. So, where was located the Great Himalaya? It was the Great Himalaya as natural barrier between the Great Himalaya was barrier between India and Central Asia
Central Asia.
Central Asia. So I ask one question. So where the Great Himalaya was located? It is between natural barrier between India and Central,
Asia. Central Asia.
isn't it? And mm, they checked the movement of the invaders in the past. Nevertheless, the law laying point card passes have always helped the people to travel in and out India frequently. It is very difficult to the far travel the foreign invaders. Such kind of protection it gives to the India. Okay, traveler across these passes and brought new ideas, customs and traditions to make our culture more diversified. It is a very essential of the Indians or the nation of the India. That is the Himalaya or the northern mountains. Northern mountains. The so many mountains are there in the northern part of the India. Those mountains it should give the protections to the Indian country. Okay, let us will take the homework, my dear students. So if you any other doubts, please you can consult me. Hmm?
You should read that chapter very carefully and write the homework. That's the
Homework. Okay. So what is the full form of BC and AD? And now we will what? Call to BC and AD, the second person, and write some term significance of the dates in the history. Okay. You must write the answer for those questions. Okay. Thank you.